So Crystal Palace hosts United this weekend, and I think it's a good match to look forward to, especially given that Crystal Palace lost in Europe yesterday. They lost to Strasbourg, and it was a well-deserved win. Crystal Palace didn't play really well, and when Oliver Glasner was asked about United doing well, even though they lost to Everton, I was surprised about what he said. And I think these managers, sometimes they come to the press to just say something good and be politically correct about the other coach and what he's doing with his own team. Let's hear what Glasner said.
To perform on the top level against Man United, they're doing really well, even when they lost their last game against Everton at home. But you can see when you're watching them, and we watched many clips also from our games last year. I think it's different now. Yeah, also their work rate increased massively. Yeah, and the system players know what to do much more than maybe 6-7 months ago, and will be a great test for us.
It was also asked about comparing his defensive ability, especially because they played the same system with United, and how he thinks about his team's defensive play. Let's hear what he has to say.
Very pleased, and that's our foundation. I mentioned this so often. So when we're talking about Mark leaving or not leaving, it's you can see with, I think in this calendar year we have approximately conceded 1 goal per game, and this in the Premier League, and that's really tough with all the quality players and teams we are facing, and that's credit to, of course, to all our defenders and to our goalkeeper, but on the other side, for our defense is team effort, and if somebody doesn't do his job, we get a problem.
On the other side, Ruben Amorim was also asked about, what he thinks about his team and the form that the team is in. I was surprised to hear he was saying that they should have more points than they currently do. Let's hear what he has to say.
So if I look at our games, we should have more points, and that is really disappointed and really frustrating, especially the last game.
And because that is beginning to feel like United's coach, regardless of who the person in charge is, always come up with this excuse that we're doing the best we can do, and it's going to take time before we get it together. How much time is it going to take for United to get it together? Even comparing systems, Crystal Palace and United play the same system. Crystal Palace seems to be playing that system much better than United. Are we going to say, given the wage disparity between the players of the two clubs, that Crystal Palace should be getting more results than United? So some of these things don't add up when you take a lot of things into consideration. My take on this game is that Crystal Palace has to respond to the loss in Europe. United has had the entire week to prepare, but I just don't think they manage games well, especially games that they are playing away. So I think that Crystal Palace will hedge this one, and Amorim maybe would have to still come up with the same kind of excuses again about them not managing the games well, about them not defending well, because it just seems to be a recurring theme at this point. Let me know what you think about this game.